All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakurash. Say Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahushai, Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahushai, Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakurash. And we give double honors to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders at Great Millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushai, 2025, which is the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of Esau. Let's jump into this video. The title of the video will be Knock Knock, World War III is at the door. Okay, knock knock, World War III is at the door. The third war is on its way. We're at the last moments of this thing before it really cracks off. We're waiting this financial crisis. All right, the MOTB will and must be implemented on a wide scale before this war pops off fully. All right, but you can have different, because you have the stock market that has tumbled. Gold is at over $3,000 currently and is rising. All right, so that's right there as an indicator to show you that there's something going on in the mix. And you have to know that Iran is at the Strait. They've threatened it for years that they will close the Strait of Hormuz. And that's where I think, I'm trying to think of the percentage. I want to say at least 3%, or if not, between 3 to 10%. I mean, we could look it up, or Jake, if you want to look it up, definitely post it in the comments below. But the thing is that that's going to affect a lot of the markets. That's going to take as soon as they strike, it's going to tumble the markets. The markets are going to go into a free fall. Okay, because they know investors are going to get away. That's the thing about investing. It pays to have information, and it pays to be in front of things. That's how money is made and lost when you're dealing with the stock market. All right, and a perfect example is going back to the Rothschild family and Napoleon when that situation took place. When that situation took place, they got rich off of information, knowing something that everybody else didn't. So you think that stopped now? No, it's kept going. What do they say? Insider trading. Those that have inside knowledge that can make or break you when it comes to the stock market. But to the main point here, I'm going to play this video. This is fair use, fair use. This just shows you the mass of U.S. presence in Diego Garcia Air Base, and that's on the southern flank of Iran. Okay, so and you wouldn't move all this equipment, this heavy equipment, if it was just fluff and puff, if it was just blown wind. Okay, because the stipulations for Iran is that they cut all of the program. They put the nuclear material under lock and key, that they have to have advisors, all these things that Iran had in the deal that Nero backed out of. So now they want to put the same deal, but it's all set up. It's all theater. But the main point is prophecy is at the door. All right, the deliverance of the Negro, Latino, Native American, the elect that's on the landmass of Babylon the Great in parts of the earth. But the main point and the main place to concentrate is not Kenya, is not other places, Babylon, because the Lord has brought the hopeful elect to here. Okay, how do we know that? Different migrations, different immigrations, things that forced people, even war, refugees, all these things, the list goes on. But the people that are meant to hear it, the large amount of the elect are in Babylon. Look at the migrant crisis that is taking place. I think about however many millions of the Latin tribes are up here now. What do you think? Why do you think they're here? All right. So let's go ahead and play the first part of this video. This is fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only, and just to show you that what Diego Garcia is and how much U.S. assets are there currently.
The Indian Ocean that few associate with the Middle East, if it decides to bomb Iran's nuclear facilities, is a speck of an island in the Indian Ocean that few associate with the Middle East, but that the US has used for decades to protect military power in the region. Throughout this week, the US has been amassing B-2 bombers, stealth aircraft, used for precision strikes that can evade air defense systems at Diego Garcia, an island that's roughly 700 kilometers south of the Maldives, which is home to a joint US-UK military base. According to media, current buildup of forces at Diego Garcia Air Base in the Indian Ocean: 7 B-2 Spirit strategic bombers, 8 B-52H Stratofortress strategic bombers, 7 Boeing C-17 Globemaster III transport aircraft, 10 Boeing KC-135 Stratotankers, 1 P-8A Poseidon patrol aircraft. These numbers are confirmed and are conservative estimates. This is an unprecedented amount of air power concentrated in one place.
Unprecedented amount of air power. Unprecedented. Just to move those alone, fuel cost and logistics behind it is a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man. So you got to watch the situation brew. All right, we're just watching the prophecies and seeing what's going to take place, but we know that through a succession of time, that the MOTB must be established first. But this financial crisis is looming, and this is one of the catalysts that could tip it in the right way for us, the wrong way for the Babylonians, okay, or for Babylon the Great. All right, so the main point is that, and let's put up some of these articles. Now, this was 2 hours ago. It says U.S. base and 4,000 of its troops are in risk of complete destruction if Trump decides to strike Iran. State newspaper warns as it lay out how Tehran would launch attacks with long-range drones. So they're already building this thing up. Okay, they're already showing you that, because then you can have a false flag because you don't know where the drone came from. You can have this happen, this take place, so it's gonna move quick. It's not gonna. That's what it says. Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. It shall not tarry. So, and it says that our redemption is nearer than we believe. This ain't gonna take. Look at the thing. All right, the Jabberwocky. Look at how quick that moved, and look how things. I mean, things were happening week by week, day by day. Okay, so it's not gonna take. This is the creme de la creme of the elite's plans. So they're gonna move quick. Because it says while he's about to eat, the Lord's gonna cast fire upon him, and eating is gonna transpire with them being able to put the world into this new system. That's their main point. If they get the people, because they got to bring chaos, order web chaos. That's their way. So people in this war and in this war, we know if through the Albert Pike, we know that this event was already planned and it's already in the book. So we're seeing the culmination of that. All right, because it could have happened. There was different strikes and different things that they were going back and forth with the small hats in Persia. Okay, but that died down, and you can see that sort of fell out of the news. Now this is coming up because it's already been put in the works. Okay, it says Iran has issued a chilling warning that a key U.S. military base and thousands of American troops could be obliterated if Nero orders a strike on Tehran. Iran armed forces run draft press claimed Wednesday that Iran certainly has sufficient weapons to attack Diego Garcia, a remote island in the Indian Ocean where the U.S. has recently bolstered military presence. So they saying, look, we can still get there. And you see all that hardware that's over there. That's a lot of firepower, man. Okay, so if they're threatening that means they have things that can get to that location. So these are all things we have to watch for, all things we have to look for, because these are the signs of the deliverance of the elect. All these things that are taking place is to set the stage for the deliverance and the prophecies that the Heavenly Father has declared, man. We're witnessing it. Hey, we used to tell people World War III is coming. We used to tell them that this thing is going to come to a head, and nobody believed it. Now they see. That's why it says in the day of thy power, because prophecy is it's the ultimate power. To tell something before it happens, that means you controlling everything, man. Okay, because things could happen that could be out of your control. But if you controlling everything and you saying this is gonna happen exactly how I said, that means you in control of things, man. This is Joel 2 and verse 20. Let's read it. And it says, let's go to NLT. It says, and I will drive away the armies from the north, and I will send them into the parched wasteland. Those, it says, those in the front will be driven into the Dead Sea, and those that are at the rear into the Mediterranean. The stench of their rotten bodies will rise over the land. Surely the Lord has done great things. And you seeing it now. You seeing the movement. You seeing the movement of heavy bombers and all these things. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to a full-blown conflict. They're gonna go over there, man. You already got bases over there, and even the Diego Garcia base that's been established for a long time. That's a joint base, but you can see that the concentration is headed towards that area. Okay, because it's an impasse. Really, they're not gonna give it up because there's no trust. There's no kind of guarantees when it comes to Babylon. So they're not finna fold when it comes to their program. So it's coming to a pass. And I forget the treaty that they signed, but the treaty they signed that they can't enrich uranium towards a certain length or a certain percentage. And now they've enriched it beyond the means and beyond the what's the word I'm looking for? Justification to have that high of an enrichment. So this is why all these dominoes are falling into place. But what's the true domino is the prophecies. That's what we looking for. We hasten in the day. That's what, because it says all men's work shall be tried by fire. And what's going to be included in that fire is this thermonuclear fire, man. Ezekiel 39 verse 2-4, it says, and I will turn you around, drive you along, bring you up from the far north, and send you against the mountains of Israel. Because the land which you call Palestine today will be affected in this conflict. It's already been affected. You see a lot of the surrounding areas in the Middle East, they have a problem, and they're in a skirmish with the Houthis. In Yemen, you have all of these different small fires, just like a wildfire in the forest. That you can have some small fires take place here and there, but once all those fires come together, then it starts a bigger fire, a bigger blaze, and it gets out of control. Okay, so we're witnessing the cart come off the rails, but the prophecy is here, man. All right, and it says, and then I will strike the bow from your left hand and dash down the arrows from the right hand. On the mountains of Israel you will fall, you and all your troops, and the nations with you, and I will give you as food to every kind of ravenous bird and wild beast. Okay, because the birds have been promised a meal. They're gonna feast on kings, man. Okay, it says, and I will weep, as Zephaniah 1:3, and I will sweep away man and beast, and I will sweep away the birds of the air and the flat. No, that's not on that. Let me jump here. I'm not gonna. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 4. Let's read NLT. It says, hear the voice of the mountains. Listen as the vast army march. It is the noise and the shouting of many nations. The Lord of heaven's army has called his army together. Then let's read the Amplified. It says, a sound of tumult in the mountains, like as of many people, a sound of uproar, uproar of the kingdoms. The nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts is mustering an army for battle. All right, because these missiles will be used, and all of these things that are leading to that, all right, are just culminating to that prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, so all these things, the Babylonian army is being navigated there, and that's why even the apostle said it. We got to thank this guy Nero. He's doing big things. All right, he's making power moves, and those power moves are really prophetic moves. They're prophetic moves because these moves are going to lead to the last hurrah of this society and the world as it's ran today, because it's wicked as hell, man. It's a tiring place. You know that you got the rich getting rich, you got weirdo, culture happening, all these things that don't make no sense. You have women at all-time low, pregnancies, all these things. life is not flourishing on the planet Earth. That's why it says the people mourn when the wicked are in power. Okay, and they're mourning now. But everything, hey, that sunshine at the end of the tunnel. So with that, Lord willing, is edifying lesson. I'm gonna leave it there and just watch. I'm keeping my eye on it. I've just been seeing what kind of news stories are gonna come out and what kind of details come to pass. But hey, we never know when this thing could pop off, and we waiting on the MOTB. And definitely keep your eyes on the financial market, because that's going to be a tall tale sign when this thing is actually coming down the pike closer. All right, so with that, I say call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Mechakurash. Till the next time, I say shalom and more, and I never keep faith. Shalom.